welcome to Ebcv Tv. Yes, I'm still on the slang. But here's another thing. I'm glad that we're back on here to watch some, and I don't know what. But maybe let's try this again without being blurry or something. Hold on, let's see. Can you see that good? Let me know. Try not to play any music. This is called Spangle Bingle Kills His Job. It's like a parody of SpongeBob or something.
What a good day it is today in between this what they Spangle did.
Maybe you can hear that.
What a great day it is for waking up, huh, Gertrude? You little bit.
Yeah, that's what I said after Olsen Theory got a threat from Mr. McMahon. Which, by the way, I thought Vince McMahon said he was going to send a dick pic to Austin Theory's mother after he said to Austin Theory they was going to mutilate him.
Don't use that tonal
I know that's graphic now, isn't it?
language with me. No. Well,
But that's what happened on wrestling, except for the dick pic part. I think he just said he's going to take a selfie and send it to his mother. But at first I thought it was something different.
I guess it's time to get down to business today at, on my job. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I am going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. You go, Spingle. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I am going to work. I am going to work.
Is this supposed to be the first episode parody of SpongeBob, or
I'm going to work.
you know where he gets a job at the Krusty Krab? You know, where he got earned it. No.
I'm going to work. I am 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 working and I'm going to work.
Poor Squidward.
Work. What's cooking, you ugly sack of ass? Spingo, can't you see I'm trying to do my work? I am not sure I have any fucks to give you, Squirt. You need to go talk to Crumble. I do not like you being here. What do you want, Crumble? I'm here for working today, Crumble. Did you bring
Crumble.
money, Spungle? I'm sorry, Crumble. I'm sorry. He didn't bring the money today, Crumble. I will bring it. I promise. Get back to work, Spingle. Spangle! What the fuck?
But it says Spangle, not Spangle.
Out here waiting, Spangle! I just want one Crumble Pemble, please.
Crumble Pamble.
Ah, my leg. That is not good for my leg. Yeah. I cannot squirt. I do not have money for Crumble. Crumble. Give you money. Now, when you put it like that, Squirt, I am feeling so much better. It looks like everything is good. Hey, can I get my Crumble Pemble now?
Damn. You. You. Spingle Bingle. Yeah, that's Uncle Al for you. Oh yeah, can you feel that, honey? I know you can't. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, yeah, Vince McMahon is an interesting person. Even though he is a bad person, he's an interesting person at that. Okay, this is weird. Any news? Not really, except for I guess this one chicken company bought out, or not bought out, but acquired some of the KFCs. Or it didn't buy out all of them, but it was an acquisition. It's called Tasty Chicken LLC. Hmm. I hope you can hear this. Wrestlers who turned down title reigns. Disturbing meaning behind Walter's new gimmick, sorry. Yeah, we already know the disturbing meaning a little bit. Alright, I'm trying to find a good video. Have any questions for me? Let me know in the comments below. I don't know.
And like I said, sometimes with ketchup is definitely I prefer.
Yeah, I'm still here if you have any questions. Welcome to Ebcv Tv. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, grown up, is what you do. We're here at Golden Corral in Dallas, Texas. Yes, Golden Corral. So for those who do not know, the Golden Corral is an American buffet chain specializing in
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Ha.
like American food, but definitely a lot of it has kind of a soul, a little bit of a southern,
So southern.
kind of aspect to it, but definitely specializing in American food is the best way to put it. So I have a few couple favorite items I get here, and some of them we have on this plate. I always get the green beans, I always get the steamed broccoli, I always get the
Steamed broccoli, even though I hate that. I'd rather eat raw broccoli.
Chicken, and then usually I get the pot roast as well. I have a couple like must-try items here at Golden Corral. There's the pot roast right there, the pot roast being one of them, the fried chicken being another. But I will say, I am not sponsored by Golden Corral or anything like that.
Well, no shit, you had to have that paid promotion sticker thing.
I do share love for the Corral, I'm honest. And right now, that pot roast was kind of mediocre. That's kind of the thing with buffets. I find with buffets, you know, there can be an item you love, you regularly get, but just at that moment, maybe it's not super fresh, or you know, it's they're about to restock it, so you're getting the end of a tray, or you know, whatever it may be. And right now, that
all you can eat, or all you care to eat.
A little bit of pot roast is just mediocre. You know, I'm happy to tell it as it is, and that's what I was doing. They did have this kind of cucumber, tomato, onion salad with like an Italian dressing.
Shonies.
Which I really liked. I really like Italian dressings, and I love vegetables.
Show you the Shonies.
My favorite items when I go to buffets to eat are generally vegetables, fruits, and meats. And that's
having smothered chicken tonight, which I thought was gravy over chicken.
Not only suiting my preference, but I also do feel that's what I get the most value out of. The other item I have here is the catfish, which I had a piece earlier.
Okay, there we go.
And that is what is on that plate I'm eating off of right now. And I really like the catfish. I absolutely douse it in hot sauce. Sometimes I mix a little bit of ketchup on there, and it is my absolute favorite combination. Ketchup and hot sauce, or hot sauce and barbecue sauce are big, let's say, favorites of mine when it comes to eating a large variety of different meats.
Jalapeno.
I also got a jalapeno. I find that some of the Golden Corrals feature different items depending where you're located in the United States, such as when you're down south, you'll get a little bit more.
Have any questions for me? Let me know.
For example, you get a little bit more of a Mexican,
and I will try to answer them.
Where I notice more,
unless if you give me bad questions,
like tacos and grilled jalapenos. Whereas up north, I find they kind of like grilled jalapenos.
The live chat.
Come by. Having some of the fried chicken, again, normally a favorite of mine.
Can you see TV real well?
How it is, and it
was
okay.
You can.
Yeah, this one wasn't super fresh, but it was a bit better than the pot roast, which I think I got at the end of the tray. So, under those circumstances, the best buffet logic, the best way to beat a buffet, I guess you could say.
The best way to beat a buffet is don't eat all the food.
Is just try a little bit at the start. Like I had a little bit of fried chicken, a little bit of pot roast, a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of green beans. Try what you like, find out what's good in the moment, and then just go back for it. And if there's something that, for example, like I just said, that fried chicken's kind of cold, and there's something, like I said, that isn't optimal, wait for a new batch. So I was here.
Or just eat some of it and don't overdo it.
Right about like 6 o'clock. So while there was definitely other people in the restaurant, I was just in a quieter section that I chose for.
I like Golden Corral, but the Golden Corral and Cross Lane's closed. So then we had to go to one Beckley. And when I mean we, I mean me, my dad, and his friend.
For video's sake, again, some of the items weren't all being the fresh as they could be. Now, admittingly, again, with the Golden Corral, I've really started to pick up a little bit of, I don't want to say a bias, but a finding. I find that some of the newer Golden Corrals, or let's say most, if not all of the newer Golden Corrals, seem to actually produce a better product and have more kind of consistent options.
I need to get a drink.
And more flavorful. Fresher, there's the word. Not flavorful. Fresher. Have fresher options. And this was an older Golden Corral. But this time when I had the bit of pot roast, it tasted good. It was hot, it was warm. And like I said, I just kind of had to wait for them to put out a new tray of it. Again, if you're at the Golden Corral, the pot roast is definitely a really must-try item. When it's done right, which it normally is, let's say 90% of the time it's done right, it's very, very good. I also had some green peppers and some little cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes or whatever you call them. Both, again, vegetables I very much like and enjoy. I love vegetables, in fact. And I had them with a French dressing, which I also really enjoy. I like all salad dressings, more or less, but those are just kind of...
Yep, this is commercial free for now.
And like I said, I really like to have vegetables. Just something I enjoy. Plus, when you talk about money, again, some people say oh, eat the items like pasta and pizza. They're really cheap. So I would recommend, if you want to get your quote unquote your money's worth, stick to the items that are more expensive. Have some more of the catfish. Again, really loving that catfish. And the nice thing is the way these were creased, I could basically get a
Miss Jones.
I really like catfish.
And I will get to you.
In Canada, definitely a thing of the United States more so, and kind of that southern states especially. And just with a little bit of hot sauce. Golden Corral also has a very excellent tartar.
Hold on, we'll be right back. Just one moment, please. Okay, I would just look.
But if you like tartar sauce, the Golden Corral tartar sauce is definitely
okay, good. We're back.
Myself, the catfish with literally a bottle of hot sauce. And like I said, sometimes with ketchup is definitely how I prefer. I went and got some more fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
So I was anticipating that it would be better. Where again, the last one was kind of cold and a little bit, dry actually. Where this one was definitely at least looking a little better. But
looking a little better.
Dove into it, I was identifying that, maybe it's not as great as I hoped. It was better than the first one for sure. but it wasn't quite as juicy as I found a lot of like my normal fried chicken is at the Golden Corral. So again, I'm not sure if maybe the batch was sitting there a little longer than I anticipated or that I identified, even though I thought this was new. Or perhaps it was simply just that the individual cooking it was kind of maybe cooking it a little longer. I don't really know what the circumstances were, but again, the fried chicken is one of my favorite items, and under normal circumstances, it is very good. Usually it's very tender and juicy. Again, this being a little less slow, so admittingly, but nonetheless. And then, of course, I had some more of my favorite green beans. So these green beans here are cooked to the pork, and it is definitely one of my
Remember
favorite,
to guard your privacy and abide by the community guidelines of YouTube.
The pork aspect,
People.
just, it's kind of like I'd say they're kind of cooked in like a pork broth. That's kind of how I'd put it. There are little pieces of pork in there, but most it's like the broth.
Golden Corral, even though I'm playing fancy music in the background.
So no,
Even
today
though
for this
we
buffet, I
should
wasn't trying to
be
crush it.
playing
Basically, was
country
just getting all my
music.
food for the day in one meal. So this is
Playing country
where I was not
music.
doing any challenges. So I just got to the gym and I just needed to
strut my stuff.
So when I'm doing that, sometimes I'll just go crush a buffet, be my one meal for the day, and that's what I was doing here. So it's not that I'm overly trying to splurge. This is basically just like my one day's food, my day's calories, in one meal. Which kind of for like my average, my average caloric day is probably somewhere around like 2,600, maybe something like that, give or take. But yeah, so here I had a little bit of their sweet potato casserole, which is very good. Again, a very delicious item. If they have, you got to try the sweet potato casserole. It has lovely bits of granola. It is marshmallows. It is cinnamon. It is sugar. It is butter. It is very good. I did make a little taco. This had the pico de gallo on it. Obviously, I just put some hot sauce and then their ground beef. I'm not the biggest fan of their kind of ground beef mix they have here, but this was good. It was hot, right? So it gets my thumbs up. So, a nice little taco. I love the pico de gallo. Again, it's nice and fresh. I love tomatoes, onions, cilantro, all that good stuff. And a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of like their ground beef mix. Hey, I ain't complaining. Again, all you can eat. You can have as many as you want or as few as you want. Again, where I generally mostly base the quality, or let's say the overall
countless poisons already at the
same as a sweet potato casserole. Amazingly delicious. Just like I said, I can't get enough. And as I was kind of getting to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'll throw in a little bit of fruit. Again, fruit, vegetables, meats, generally what I enjoy here. So I had some cantaloupe, which the cantaloupe was all right. It was pretty solid. I find generally Golden Corral will have honeydew melon, cantaloupe, oranges, and then a little less often, but very common still, the pineapple, and then sometimes strawberries. And if they don't just have the fresh strawberries available, often you can get them. If you go over to the fondue station, is normally they have like a chocolate fondue station, and you either should be able to get them plain right off the line, or you can ask the individual, like, hey, I see there's chocolate covered strawberries, can I get some fresh strawberries? That's something I'll do quite often, and just one way that I again further get my fruits. And for myself, it's very easy to pound the strawberries or whatever it may be. So again, something that I like to do. I had a couple of orange slices. Not something I would always normally get, but just I wanted some fruit, and that's what was available. And they were solid. They're all right. Nothing too super special. So then here I want to try, basically, well, I don't want to say try, but sticking with kind of items I already found. I did have a piece of their meatloaf here. Meatloaf was good. I find sometimes the meatloaf is covered in ketchup, sometimes it's covered in gravy, again, depending on the geographical location of the country. But the meatloaf is also habitually good. Having some more of that sweet potato casserole, which was very, very hot, but so delicious. Yeah, sure, man. Often when I'm out and about, individuals will come up and say hello, and please, I encourage it. Everybody, don't feel bad. I have some people be like, oh, they'll comment on a video, be like, I saw you somewhere, but I was too shy to go say hi. Just come say hello. I'm always welcoming, even if I'm eating in the middle of a video, come say hello, come say hi, come get a photo, whatever you want. I'm always so happy for individuals to say hello, and I really appreciate it. And by the way, thank you so much for watching. That means a lot to me. Again, going into some more of this catfish. The catfish was kind of the item that I was identifying as probably I was most enjoying today. It's the freshest, most flavorful, and again, just dripping it in that hot sauce. I love hot sauce. I mean, I basically will go through a bottle of hot sauce in like a big meal.
Excuse me.
If it's there at my disposal. So let's just say I get my hot sauce fill at Golden Corral too. Besides that, again, I got a little more fruit. Kind of got the more of the cantaloupe, the melons. It was all right. I've had some that are obviously very, very ripe, and in fact, I'll go as far as to say a ripe cantaloupe is just like, it's fantastic. It's an amazing fruit. But I find a lot
Yeah,
of people
imagine the Golden Corral had spicier food.
far and few in between. Because a lot of them
Spicier
are like telling
southern
people's
food,
experience with cantaloupe
that
is, they'll
is.
get them in like a fruit tray, or they'll go out somewhere like this where it's pre-cut, and
I mean, they have had it,
cantaloupes,
but
whatever, regardless of how ripe they are. But buy one at a store, take one home, let it ripen up till you literally smell it. Not, like in a good way. You smell that it's sweet.
my favorite place is
this
this. One of my favorite places is Golden Corral, but
corn, which I never get.
hold on a minute. Let me call you for a minute, Joel HANSEN. Where was I? Oh yeah, Tuesdays is an interesting place if you can find them still. Yeah, I mean it's still where I'm at least. Which Uno Chicago Grill was still around here, or Uno Pizzeria and Grill, whatever you call it now. Used to be Uno Chicago Grill. I just wish that Uno was still around here. I know Ruby Tuesdays is around here, or at least to my knowledge. Okay.
It was, again, there's very few items at the Golden Corral that I would say like I don't enjoy or are not good, but I did not enjoy this corn. I've never gotten it before, and I was not having it. But the potatoes cooked with the pot roast were good. They cooked the pot roast with potatoes, onions, celery, and carrots, and all of that I like to get that mix. Put a little hot sauce on it, but it's already kind of in a little bit of a gravy from the pot roast. And then of course I got a little more of the sweet potato casserole. Again, man, that is a good item. I'll tell you that. Again, I don't ever eat too much of the sweet potato casserole, as it's quite. Let's just say it's not the. Like I said, it's cool. There's quite a bit of butter and sugar and stuff in there, so enjoy it. But when a day that I'm just eating normally, I'm not trying to splurge. I'm watching my calories. I'm trying to eat pretty healthy. It's an item that I definitely will have in moderation.
Yeah, in moderation. Like I do, which I don't do in moderation.
Whereas I'll eat a little bit more of the like plain steamed broccoli. The green beans are very low in calories. Just a great way for me to eat. I like to eat large amounts of food, so I choose foods which are not as calorically dense or don't have as many calories. Here I had a little bit of banana pudding, just a little bit of dessert I was going to have. On this trip, I really tried to cut my dessert a bit. I find if I do, I generally will keep off a little bit of weight, a little bit more weight, I should say. So, believe it or not, yes, I do gain weight, but I try to keep it off as much as possible. Now, this banana pudding at Golden Corral, when it's good, man, it is good. It can be fluffy, it can be really nice, obviously banana-y, but it can be really creamy, really delicious. And this was a time where it was very, very good. I've had it where it's like runny and not as great, but when it is good here. Bananas, vanilla wafers, all the above. So kind of the last thing I want to do, I want to get a little more fruit in my life, so I went and grabbed some more oranges. As again, the cantaloupes were alright. The first oranges I had were pretty good. These oranges again they weren't bad. It kind of varied orange to orange. I mean, it kind of makes sense. There's, let's say 10 different oranges in the tray. Some are going to be riper than others, and they were all solid. So no real complaints about that. But overall, that's pretty much about it. So this is kind of my Golden Corral experience. Just all I wanted to eat in one day in one meal. Just kind of
about over people, but we got one more video. Can we make it under 30 minutes? Probably not, but we'll do it a little over 30 minutes.
Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy eating.
The other video, which I gotta show you. Now, where is it? Wish I could While Dr. Savage tells these bitches straight, I think.
The fucking program contains strong fucking language. Viewer discretion is fucking advised. Today on Dr. Fucking Phil. Meddling motherfucker.
We came back home. She had came into my living room.
A fucking daughter-in-law.
Did you go in their bedroom?
Don't remember that.
How do you not remember, you bitch? I have the DNA results. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I hate you.
Yeah.
They have been called every name in the book. Meddling, intrusive, judgmental, judge-trusive, unbearable, crossing, toxic, even hateful. Of course I'm talking about niggers.
Don't laugh at that, please.
If they're here with you today, yay, you can have flat face, white power. We conducted a fucking survey on sucking Dr. Phil's cock, and we found that 83% of you make me come. 83%? Well, I appreciate your dick sucking. Thanks for being here. So long. I asked my Twitter followers, have you ever fucked your in-laws? 80% said yes. I said, hell yes. So what is it about in-laws that makes people come? Well, my first guest, Angie, says after 9.5 years, she has had about enough of fucking her mother-in-law, Kathy.
Wait, what?
She wrote, she should take a look.
I had sex with my mother-in-law, my husband, my son. I am completely evil.
Angie believes
Damn.
she's somewhat attractive, but she's not. And every girl, and that's what she is.
When Kathy first came out to visit us, I thought, well, let's have sex. She says that I'm trolling, and that's evil.
I'm finding fox down in between. I look behind. There's dirty dick in my ass. This was Lynn. Angie has little dick between Jason and his sisters.
I just get tired of fucking my mom and wife. Just tired of them fucking with each other.
I wish you could see my face right now. Hold up, man.
Completely evil.
Angie believes she's somewhat attractive, but she's not. I see her as in every girl, and that's what she is.
When Kathy first came out to visit us, I thought, well, let's have sex. She says that I'm trolling, and that's evil.
I'm finding fox down in between. I look behind. There's dirty dick in my ass. This was Lynn. Angie has little dick between Jason and his sisters.
I just get tired of fucking my mom and wife. Just
What?
fucking with each other. My mom came 3 times, and the longer they fuck.
I am afraid to even
Little dick
ask.
between Jason and his sisters.
I just get tired of fucking my mom and wife. Just tired of them fucking with each other. My mom came 3 times, and the longer they fuck, the more she came.
Angie has destroyed my family.
Okay. Are we gonna fuck?
Yes, sir.
How about you?
No.
Wow. You bitch. All right. I'm holding you by your ankles. I'm gonna drop you off a 10-story building, and you don't suck cock or something.
Drop me.
You bitch.
That's right.
How dare you? Don't you dare ever. Let's throw down, bitch. I'll whoop your ass. Just drop you. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. That's up. Whoa. Wow. Because, see, I'm a fuck your grandson, and my wife.
I have no words.
If is or.
Yay.
Or.
I've tried every.
Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. See. Boy, I am perfect. Okay, what are you doing wrong?
Well, I feed into the drama
Whoa,
quite a
hold on. Wait a
bit.
minute. Thought something. Fuck off. Crazy bitch. Leave. She's done zero, zip, nada, nothing wrong. I could drop her off a 10-story building. Even by the 2nd and 3rd floor, she would not suck cock.
The girl.
What are you doing wrong in this situation?
Pretty much just letting him have it.
Because you are kind of a bitch, right?
Pretty much.
Well, how's that working for you?
Not very good.
Whoa, hold on, wait a minute.
We were all in my son's room, and she proceeded to strip my 3-year-old son completely
Ooh.
I made a list of the most offensive moments according to her bitches. First off, I've got an 8-year-old granddaughter that can reach down and snap her pussy. Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. How do
Okay, please. Okay, I would not laugh at this next part and don't find it funny.
How do you deal with these black?
Except for a few things, but not all. And please don't say the words to this next segment, okay? Please.
How do you deal with these black people? How do you live with these gay people? How do you get along? And how do you recognize if you actually have these dark faggot people?
Don't say that.
In your last, I recommend stabbing faggots in the eyes with your razor blade.
Please don't say that either.
You're gonna do it. Do it. These people suffer so good. There are those that believe that you cannot kill faggots no matter what you do.
Please don't say that either.
And why not? Can't anybody fucking die? And sure. Anybody can learn to die. People ask to suck my fucking penis. They can't suck it.
Now that part is hilarious.
Because they just can't endure. Angie says that her mother-in-law spews sus like she's God herself. She wants proof that her grandson is bisexual. You all take a look.
Angie is overly. Oh.
Whoa, hold on, wait a minute. Thought some. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Why all this red-dressed, blonde-headed bitch? Let's talk about her tits. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I have two. The guy that I sat on his lap was gay. He was one of our really gay friends. He's gay.
Says you made her until she.
Okay, that part was hilarious.
Clothes. You're the one that looked like a whore. You need to suck a cock.
I got down on my knees like a whore. Jason made me get several big dicks on my mouth.
So what does Jason have to say about all this? He's sitting there like a bitch. No, seriously, I'm trying to get. What do you?
Like what? I mean,
Just leave.
Just leave.
Well, we took a shit on Jason's mom, Kathy. Thanks for being here. So long.
Damn. That was an interesting episode of Phil. Dr. Phil, that is. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's it, my people. I'm Bailey Robert Channel. 5, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.